Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2015, Pisces, and this is Mam Tarot. Let's start immediately with the reading. We have Oya, we have the Outcast, and we have Obatala. Oya is announcing changes, quick changes. There's going to be a new air, new airs approaching your life, new winds that are going to change the course of your life. Okay, if whatever you did before, with or without following the advice, especially this card sounds for me that you didn't follow any kind of advice, you did what you thought it was correct, was right, or you were like hard-headed or air-headed and you decided to do whatever you pleased. You suffered the consequences, but now the Oya is announcing that she is coming into your life to remove those obstacles, all these difficulties, and clarify everything, because Obatala represents clarity of mind. So we are going to start seeing that everything will be clarified, everything will start coming back to normal, or things are going to be back on track. Okay, so expect that. But the thing is that the Hangman here, Pisces, Water, Neptune, Cancer, is letting us know that in order to reach that point, you will have to sacrifice something. You might have to let go of something. Okay, so if you want something better and bigger, or some improvement, some progress in life, you have to be aware that requires some sacrifices from you. Okay, Jupiter, Sagittarius, in other words, those sacrifices might be related with trips. If you're planning a trip, you might have to cancel it, or if you want to have a trip, you might have to give up something else. That's the kind of dynamic. If you are involved in some kind of lawsuit, then this means that you might, if you win the lawsuit, you might have to give something in return. You are going to lose something, whatever it is that you're going to lose. Or if you lose the lawsuit, then there's no logic behind that. Obviously you're going to lose something, be it money, property, whatever it is, but it's along that line, the logic. Okay, the Six of Cups, notice that we have the Six of Cups here with Jesus Christ washing the feet of his disciples. It's letting us know that you, my dear Pisces, you really need to be a little bit more humble. You need to have a little bit more patience. You have to remember Saint Benedict, Temperance, that for everything there is a time under the sun. And you have to be a little bit humble and accept whatever it is that is not working out, that whatever is not moving. You really need to accept that. You need to realize that sometimes you have to sacrifice something. Like we say in Puerto Rico, you have to give up the wing in order to eat from the breast. Okay? In other words, you cannot have the cake and eat it too. And that's the kind of dynamic. There are going to be changes, but there are going to be some adjustments that require some sacrifices. Pisces, this is your rising sign, your ascendant for April 2015. And this is, if your rising sign is Aries, those changes are closely related with liberation. Whatever it is that is making you feel that you are enslaved to whatever it is, it could be a debt, it could be a relationship, whatever is the situation that it's making you feel enslaved, there's going to be changes in that dynamic. Okay? Even if you don't do anything to liberate yourself, life is going to push you into that direction. Okay? But all these changes are related with liberating yourself. It could be liberating from an addiction. It could be from a relationship that is not worth it, a business that is not worth it, along that line, but there is liberation involved. Pisces, this is your rising sign, your ascendant for April 2015. And this is Manu Tarot. Your rising sign is Taurus. What we have here is things that come out to the light. Whatever is hiding, whatever has been hidden is going to emerge. It could be a secret that you have been withholding, or it could be someone else's secret, or whatever it is. It could be documents, legal documents that have been hiding. No one knew about it and they emerge. Whatever it is, there was something that was hiding and emerges and changes the dynamic of everything during the April 2015. Pisces, this is your rising sign, your ascendant for April 2015. And if this your rising sign is Gemini, what we have here is liberation. You're going to be liberated, but this time is from something that is heavy, a baggage, a load, something that you really want to get rid of. Life is going to do it for you, or you will do it. Okay? That's what I have for you if your rising sign is Gemini. Pisces, this is your rising sign, your ascendant for April 2015. If your rising sign is Cancer, what we have here is confusion. All this situation is going to make you feel a little bit confused. There's going to be a certain degree of introversion, withdrawal, isolation. But it's because of all this stuff. Probably you need the time to clarify, to clear your mind during this time of the year. That is good as long as you don't get stuck in negative stuff and then start getting depressed about it. Okay? Otherwise, if you know how to face it, take a deep breath and assimilate things properly, everything will be fine. But the tarot cards are saying that you will be a little bit confused. So my advice is don't isolate yourself unless it is for meditation, analysis, etc., etc. Pisces, this is your rising sign, your ascendant for April 2015. And this is Manu Tarot. If your rising sign is Leo, what we have here is a very interesting dynamic. What we have here is that you're waiting for news. Whatever it is that you're waiting for, whatever is the answer that you're getting, is definitely going to change the dynamic for you during April 2015. Pisces, this is your rising sign, your ascendant for April 2015. If your rising sign is Virgo, what we have here is research and investigation. Things are going to be clarified, or your mind is going to be very clear on what you have to do in order to make those changes happen. So my best advice is take advantage during the month of April to do a lot of research, a lot of investigation, be completely immersed in whatever you're going to do. That attitude is going to change the dynamic of April 2015. Otherwise, life is going to force you to do that research, that investigation, to clarify things around. And that's the dynamic for you, my dear Pisces, with a rising sign in Virgo. Pisces, this is your rising sign, your ascendant for April 2015. And this is your rising sign is Libra. The tarot cards, what they're saying is that you are coming back. So in other words, if you broke with someone, you might be coming back. If you left a job, you might be coming back. If you were living with your parents, you might come back and live with your parents. Maybe you left a girlfriend, a boyfriend, whatever it is that you left behind. This situation probably is not the same person, probably is not the same job, but the situation is going to be so similar that you're going to feel like you're having some kind of deja vu. Okay? And all these changes that I mentioned here, that's what are going to bring to you, going back to more of the same. Pisces, this is your rising sign, your ascendant for April 2015. And this is Manu Tarot. Your rising sign is Scorpio. What the tarot cards are saying is that these changes, they might trigger some degree of stagnation. Things are going to be inert. They're not going to move. There's stasis. Or it could mean the other way around. It could mean that the end of this stagnation and this stasis is approaching your life. But I will say that these changes that are coming to your life, what they're going to bring is a little bit of stagnation and stasis. Things are going to start moving really slow for you. That's why what it says here, you really need to remember that there is a time for everything. And this time of the year, you should be a little bit more humble and try to accept the situation and wait for a better time, for a better moment to act and do something better. Okay? Pisces, this is your rising sign, your ascendant for April 2015. And this is Manu Tarot. If your rising sign is Sagittarius, what we have here is you giving up. But it's not giving up, it's you're tired of wasting your energy trying to keep everything at bay without you just don't want problems. Let's put it like that. You just don't want to keep wasting energy. You just want to concentrate something better, and you just let things take its course. Whatever is going to happen is going to happen, and you just let it be. You just simply let go. And that's probably what's the sacrifice that I'm talking about. You realize that you have to give up something, and you just move out of the way of the situation and let things take its natural course. Okay? And that's what I have for you, my dear Pisces, with a rising sign in Sagittarius. Pisces, this is your rising sign, your ascendant for April 2015. And this is Manu Tarot. Pisces, if your rising sign is Capricorn, what we have here is stabbing in the back. I always use the word threesome, but that's more like politically linked. But I think that you know what I mean. It's a stab in the back. I always forget the right word in English. But when someone stabs you in the back, it could be a partner in life, it could be a business partner, whoever it is, the one that is stabbing your back is the one creating this dynamic. This stabbing in the back is the one that creates all these changes that are going to start happening in your life. But it could mean also that Oya is going to bring clarification regarding this stabbing back situation. Is going to remove that obstacle, that pain, whatever it is going to be removed. We also have to have that in mind. If it is something related with a business partner, then that means that there are going to be situations that are going to be linked to a lawsuit or traveling. So the sacrifice of giving up something might be related with that aspect of the partnership if it is a business. Okay, that's an example, so you have an idea what is the dynamic for you, Pisces, with a rising sign in Capricorn. Pisces, this is your rising sign, your ascendant for April 2015. And this is Manu Tarot. If your rising sign is Aquarius, what we have here is simple. You are going to have the support of people. You are going to have a real good support group, a real good network, people that are going to be there for you, or you're going to have the strength needed to confront all these changes without any problem. So I wouldn't be worried if the changes are good or bad, if they're going to come good or bad for you. I wouldn't worry. You're going to have the support that you need, and you will have the strength to deal with it. Pisces, this is your rising sign, your ascendant for April 2015. And this is Manu Tarot. If your rising sign is Pisces, there are going to be opportunities that are going to be knocking at your door. So this is going to be your time, the time of feeling a little bit apathic, indifferent is going to change for you. Because life is going to bring you changes, positive changes, opportunities, or you decide to change that attitude, and that's the attitude that is going to bring all these positive changes into your life. If you change, if you are very indifferent in life, whatever is the situation, life is going to force you to change that attitude. But if you realize on your own that you really need to deal with that attitude, then you are going to be moving forward in life, because then life is going to start moving a lot of obstacles and situations from your life and making some improvements. But you have to realize that that also is going to cost you. You know, nothing is going to be free. There's going to be a catch up on the situation. You cannot have the cake and eat it too, in other words, my dear Pisces with a rising sign Pisces. The good thing is that it seems like you realize that already and you're ready for it.